Oh, yes. I accidentally turned it off. See, if you only have a two-party system, right? The NARF members participating in the federal long-term care insurance program, yes. They faced on average of the 274,000 enrollees, right, an 83% increase in the cost of their long-term care. Now, as a federal employee, I realize that different administrations do things differently. Yes, you probably started back when the Republicans were in the party. Yes, might have been during the George W. Bush administration. Right. You remember that 8 years? Yeah. And you've been working the last 20, 25 years and you're about ready to retire and you're concerned about your long-term care. Then all of a sudden you get this huge premium increase and you're like, what happened? Yes, I'm a federal employee. I got employed during the Bush administration. 20 years later, you're ready to retire and all of a sudden your premium payments went up. The Office of Personnel Management. Yes, Director Jeff Bond. Why don't we get the OPM and all the personnel employed in the United States government and then the actual effect of the party, yes, that wins the election and how many employees they added at that time if you were Democrat during the Obama administration, Republican during the Bush administration, and then you're a Trump party member, or maybe you just voted Republican. Yeah. Now, for all the jobs available in the United States federal government, the Federal Retirement Fairness Act, yes, I noticed that federal employees seem to have a lot of influence, yes, in the grassroots advocacy. Now you're retired. And then I decide we're going to introduce a third party. Yes, because I'm going to sue you. Okay. And all of these different laws, the postal reform laws, the federal compensation, this should be something you'd be concerned about. Yes, yes, yes. Provides a 3% pay increase. Now, I'd probably upset a lot of federal employees if I cut your pay by 25 to 30%. Not a good way to start a new party, unless you're not in the federal government. For all of those that don't work in a government, in any city, county, state, or tribal government, yes, inclusive of the federal government, how many of you would like the federal government to have a 25% decrease in pay? I know. There's no possible way that I could attract a third of the nation's. Now, these citizens, yes. And then there's the Federal Employee Pension Fairness, right? Repeals laws passed in 2012 and 2013. Yeah. And that increased the federal employees' retirement system contributions for newly hired federal employees. They repealed that. Oh, 6 weeks of paid leave in connection with birth or adoption of a child. Oh. Now, I know that this federal legislation that seems to be very important to you that are employees of the government, the federal government, yeah. Having a third party, we could definitely affect exactly what. Well, I'm having a difficult time getting the laws of the United States enforced. And as much as you might think that I'm not presidential, this campaign, yes, or the next one, or the next one, I just might set some people up to win. Yeah. And then 15 years from now, when I'm, let's see, I'm 48, I'd be 58, I'd be 63. 63 to 65 years old, all of you could say, well, we'd like to have Paul as president. It'll take a few years to get the houses in the various state legislatures. Yeah. I don't expect a miracle overnight. No, he doesn't.